Intro of darkness and redness and whiteness.
Y'all remember Tabascus, man? Fuck, man, that's been years, eh? Years. Anyway, you may have noticed a slight increase in audio quality, and that's because I actually have a mic now instead of, just a shitty mic on a fucking headset. So, yeah, that's good. Today, I know I said blah 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 roulette, but circles, man. I really don't feel like doing circles today. So instead, we're going to be working on this Keno game over here, Keno heads or tails. And I'm just going to go straight ahead and we're going to have a see of an overview of it. Alright, so today we're going to be looking at how to build one of these, which is a Keno heads or tails game. Now if you've never played this game, there's basically a random number generator, which is what this is here, and it'll pick a number between 00 and 79, right? Now if it is an even number, then this piston will extend pushing a red concrete powder down, and if it's an odd number, it'll push this yellow one down, and it's going to pick 10 numbers. If evens wins, you'll see more evens there, odds wins, more odds there, and there's a possibility that they'll be the same. So let's take a look at that. And that's 10. So as you can see, odds won there. And that means that anyone that bet on the odds is going to get paid out. So let's go ahead and I'll show you how to build this thing. Real quick look though. That's what it looks like. It's mostly redstone, so there's not going to be too much. This is going to be a very small build. Alright, so to start off with the Keno, what we want to do is just mark out where the numbers are actually going to be displayed. So once you've done that, what you want to do is find out where start running in all of the inputs for each of the redstone lamps here, just like that. So once we've got the inputs down, what we want to do is we'll mark out an area where all of the number selection will be occurring. So for this left side number, in the tens digit, we're only going to need 8 blocks. Like that. And we just want to run that up. So once you've done that, you should have something that sort of looks like this, that has 8 separate numbers, and you'll want 7 different inputs for the redstone here, so we won't need that one. And then you just want to connect all of these lines here up with each of the redstone lamps here, so I'll just do that. Alright, so I've added in a little bit of redstone dust and some blocks just to make sure none of the lines connect, and you'll see that we have fully lit lamps, and you should have some that looks like this. So once that's done and all of the lines have been connected up individually to each set of redstone lamps, we're going to start putting in the actual number display. So this one's going to be 0, this first one here. And we should all know what 0 looks like, where it's just all of these are lit up and the middle one is not. So if we just come over to the back here, and this line appears to be pointing to the middle one, so if we just break this redstone dust, and we see a 0 there, and all we want to do is just put in all the numbers. So I'll show you 1 as well, and then I think I'll just skip past it. So 1, we just want these right to, and we'll skip these 3 here. So when we do this one, we want to break that and put a repeater down. This one here, break that, put a repeater down. Then we come to these ones, so that one, break, repeater, and what's this one? That's the middle one. So because 0 doesn't need any redstone coming out in this one, we can just break that and not worry about the repeater. And then this one, 0 wants it, so we'll put the repeater down there as well. And as you can see, that's 1. So let's just have a look and I'll show you all 8 numbers. So it's going to look a little something like this. Oh, I went ahead and just did all the redstone for this. It's the same thing, just 2 extra numbers. This one's going to be between 0 and 7, and this one's going to be between 0 and 9. So underneath, if we have a look, flick that one. If we flick that one, they should both be 0. Yep, that's 0. And yeah, just a refresher. So it's just 7 different redstone lines. If we want the display to be on in that particular segment, we put redstone down so it goes out. And if we don't need that display segment on, then we'll put a repeater down just so it doesn't get powered. And yeah, that's it for the display there. So next we're going to work on the random number generators. Actually, let's put in, let's put in the redstone signal blah 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 thing. Yep, so we go underneath one. And we're just building one of these again. So it's that there. And we want to run 1 tick repeaters into this redstone torch here. Put some blocks down. Blocks down there. And we want to run 2 tick repeaters into these torches here. And then just a bunch of redstone dust on top. And that will read our redstone signal. So then we come over here and we're going to do the same on this side. Alright, so once we've got that down, next we're going to run our input here, and we'll just get, so this is what, 8 long, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So if I put 1 there, you'll see, yep, that's 7 gets displayed. So that is where the end comparator is going to be on our random number generator. And we'll just chuck that there. Okay. So then next, you'll want to just run a big long line out. And this is going to have 8 different inputs. So, and each input is going to be 2 spaces apart. So you're going to want something like that. And we just want to run it along. So if I put redstone block there, what am I doing? Yep, so that'll pick that one. That'll pick number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That should be, yep, there's 8. Sweet. So that's what you need. 8 comparators. And then just over here we're going to put in a little reset. There. No, one back. Yep. Then on this side, yeah, we'll just do the same. So right there. Piston, 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 piston. Sweet as. So now that we have that, we're going to start working on the randomizers. And what we want to do, so we'll get our dropper hopper. And all we want to do is just the same old randomizer circuit here. And each of these randomizers are just going to be 50-50. So 50-50 chance this one, or 50% chance this one will get activated, 50% chance this one will get activated. And that's going to happen for all of these. I'll just want to do the same. Whoopsie. That, yeah. Forgot these weren't dispensers. Yeah, the redstone needs to go up like that. Alright, so all of these are exactly the same. The randomizers are, that is. And they're all going to be 50-50. And, you know, it's just the same circuit over and over again, where it's a comparator, 3 dust, 1 tick, dust, 1 tick, with the 2 ticks running into it, and then just the dust running into the others, like that. And as you'll see, if we chuck in some non-stackable items, so we're going to want 8 of them, and then 8 of a stackable item. Oh, 7 actually is what we want. And then if we just chuck each of those in really quickly while that's doing that. Well, thank you, quasi connectivity. That's something you got to watch out for as well. So if we just come over here, and anytime these pistons don't want to retract, all you got to do is just drop a block onto it. So you'll see if I do. I understand I completely messed that up right now. Actually, no, that's alright. Okay. Then if we get rid of that, okay, now we work. There we go. So as you can see, if we put a little bit of an input in this dropper here, there is a 1 in 8 chance for each block to be chosen. And when that happens, so that one's been chosen, and then if we come over here to this display, because we've already hooked that up, you can see number 1 is displayed. And then if I just reset the circuit, press the button again, and number 2 this time. So what we want to do now is we're going to set up the same circuit. This one's going to be a little bit different on this side just because it has 10 numbers and it doesn't fit evenly into that 50-50 chance that it does with 1 in 8. So I'm just going to go ahead, build a redstone there, and then I'm just going to describe what's happening so that you know how to alter that so that it works with a 1 in 10 chance. Through the power of editing, it was done instantaneously, no time spent whatsoever. Anyway, so this is going to look fairly well exactly the same as that, except for one little detail. It's just these 2 pistons here that we need to work out. So you want to do the first 8 exactly the same sort of setup, right? And then this one here we can actually worry about as part of the initial signal that comes into this thing. So what we're going to do is, instead of doing a 50-50 randomizer, what we're going to do is we're going to do a 20-80 randomizer. So I'll just show you what that is. So it's exactly the same build. The only difference is that there is going to be it's a lot more likely to pick this side than it is to pick that side. So what we want to do is, for the first one, because I'm just going to get rid of some of that. So because this one here is the very first one, has 2 choices. It can either go to this one here, which will randomize and eventually select 1 of 8, or this one here, which is 1 of 2. So what we want to do is we want to match the likelihood of this side getting selected with the number of selections it has. So what we want to do is we'll chuck in 4 stackable items, non-stackable items, to 1 stackable item, because a stackable item will go this way and a non-stackable will go this way. So it's 4 times as likely to pick this side, since there are 4 times as many selections. So the actual percentage chance that any one will be selected stays exactly the same. And then the rest of these will be just a 50-50. So non-stackable to a stackable, and we'll just chuck that into each of them. What we want to do next is we'll come up here and we'll get some dust, and this is actually the part that will determine whether or not the player has gotten an odd number or an even number. This is the core of the build. So if I get rid of them, right, and all we're doing this for is, this is going to tell us whether an even number was picked or an odd number was picked. So just add that in there. Right, so if we come over here and press this button, and you'll see just a number was picked. Doesn't really matter which number, but then up here it has activated this one, and that has told us that a odd number. So this is going to be the odd side, this is going to be the even side, and really the rest of it is just decoration. This number here doesn't really mean anything. It's just there because Keno is between 0 and 80. There are 80 numbers, but doing 80 is a lot harder with this, so it's just easier to go 0, 0, and 79. So anyway, once we've got that, and I'll reset that, we'll get some pistons, and all we want to do is have an area where the player will be shown what numbers have been chosen, whether it's an odd number or an even number, just so that they can keep an eye on if they're winning or if they're losing. So let's just say that piston's going to be the odd piston, and then we'll connect that line up, and this is going to be the even piston. Alright, so what we want to happen is it's going to select a number for each side. So this one's going to pick a number, and that has picked 0. Doesn't really matter what that does, that's just for decoration. We'll just let that do whatever. And then this one's going to be the actual part of the redstone, and this one's going to show a number, and it has picked an odd number, 5. So as you can see, it's pushed this green concrete down, which is the odd side, and that just tells the player that one odd number has been picked so far. So now we're going to reset that, and we want to set up what happens when a number has been picked. So once a number has been picked, we want to send the signal out of here. So this will say, yep, a number has picked. It doesn't really matter what number it is, odd or even. And then once that signal is sent out, we're just going to run it down a staircase. I'm going to connect it up over there. There we have it. So what we have here is just a little bit of a cycle. So any number has been picked. Anytime a number has been picked, it will send the signal down, and the signal will go initially to the reset circuit, so that'll remove any number that's been picked. Ditto on this side, and then it will send out a pulse, and that pulse will pick a new number. And once a new number is picked, it'll be displayed, and then when that's done, it'll cycle around and around and around forever. And that's all we need this to do at this moment. So if I press that button, hopefully this works. 78, even's gone down, reset, and that didn't work for some reason. Why is that? What have you done? That's what we need. Okay, so what we need is one of these. Just gonna send out a pulse here, and hopefully that works, and if it doesn't, I will cry. Can you tell that these are completely, like, I know how to build the thing, like I've built it before, but I just do it off the top of my head, so it doesn't always work out. Alright, this time it'll work, guaranteed. Even number, reset, odd number, reset, odd number. Yep, there we go. Now we'll just let it cycle out. So what we want to do now is we're going to set up how this thing is going to turn off. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a sticky piston right there, and a redstone torch. And then this redstone torch is going to stay off we need comparators for this, don't we? You. Oh. So just for the moment, can't remember how to do this. Okay, I'm gonna have to remember how to build this part because I've completely forgotten. Give me a minute. Alright, yep, so I figured it out. So all we need is a single pulse coming off of this here. Then that leads down here into this dropper here. Now the dropper is going to be filled with 11 items, and the hopper is going to be filled with 12. Then that's going to have a comparator, 2 redstone dust, 2 repeaters, leading into this comparator timer there, redstone torch, and this little piston here that'll turn it all on and off, and that's all stay the same. So if we push this button down here, you should see that it picks 10 numbers. So was it 10? Is 10 what you wanted? 10 didn't work the first time. Alright, it wants 10, sorry about that. Change that up, redstone dust there. It only wants 10. don't worry about that. We don't need that repeater, as it turns out. So if we push it this time, it'll work, of course. There is no reason for it not to work. Is that... That's what I like to see. First try too. Did not totally sit there and be absolutely destroyed by what seemed really just random. Maybe this repeater helped. Did you help? Would you? Maybe you did, I don't know. Anyway, just in case, put a repeater down. Who knows what could happen otherwise. So now we've got that. We're going to set up a little bit of a reset circuit. So we'll count down. Oh, I just realized too, I put that too close. So what you want, yeah, that's too close, okay. So what you want to do, there, that's where you want that piston. Thank God, that's super easy to fix. And we'll just get some black concrete because we want this to try and look like a TV. And that's just going to sit on some black concrete like that. And we want to count down from count down 10, just in case an odd number or an even number is selected 10 times. It's very unlikely, but I think I've had an odd number picked 9 times once when I was using this, which is like, it's just ridiculous. How the hell do you get that over and over and over again? But anyway, that's 1, 2. I cannot see black at all. 4, 6, 8, and that is 10 there. Okay, yep. So then we're going to want some sticky pistons and redstone torch. There, like that. And this is just going to stay on like so. Is that, did I put that again? I put it too forward again. Back. There you go. I'm a professional, guys, it's fine. It's all good. Alright. So then we're gonna get our concrete powder. And all we want to do is hook up this reset circuit to the turning off section of this. I don't know what you call it, but all you do is you want to go something like that. And we're just going to keep this really long. Alright, so all the reset circuit is a redstone torch. Oh, actually, oh no, that should be right, yep. Redstone torch at the end there, and it's just a really long line of repeaters there just to give it a little bit of a delay. And underneath we'll get some hoppers and just a regular torch so that we can collect it all. Probably going to want to collect it into some form of chest as well. So we'll get our chest there. Actually, we'll, yeah, there. We'll go hopper, hopper. Man, this is hard to do while you're flying. Okay. Happy now? Yeah, so all we have, some hoppers, torches. That's going to be underneath where the actual player is standing. And then that's it for the reset circuit. And I think I only need one thing left, which is the input. So all we'll do, oh, I've just broke that for whatever reason. And think we'll want to put it there. Or there, what do you reckon? Nah, put it up one. So we'll just want to put it there. And just run that out. Still recording, that's fine. Alright, so yeah, I believe that's actually it for the redstone. Once again, you know, this is probably more of a simpler build, so there's not much in it, but if we press that button there, as you can see, and the evens have won. The whole system resets. Boom. And that is how you make Keno. So all the rest is just filling this in with a little bit of black concrete. And then you want to give it a little bit of a quartz outline just to sort of make it look like a TV. Really, most of the decoration for this is unnecessary, considering you'll probably want this in like facing outside of any kind of build if you did build this. So really it's kind of up to you, but yeah. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this one. It was a bit of a easy build. This is mostly just redstone. As far as the decorating goes, you know, that's really up to you how you want to do it. And yeah, have a good day.